Hey guys, welcome to the Breaking It Downs podcast. I'm your host, Julie Downs, joined by my husband and co-host Greg. And Greg, we're already off to a good start, not because I reminded you to actually push record for this, but because my Patriots started off the week with a dominant win over the Jets. Fortunately, I had the pick wrong in terms of the spread. I thought that the Jets, what was I thinking, would cover the 12 and a half point spread, but them being the Jets, they did not. They fumbled and Pats kicked a field goal. So anyway,
We done yet?
Pats
I,
win,
I just
Jets
got a
lose.
whole
Yeah.
violin. Actually, I don't know how to play the violin. It seems like how they play it.
It's record in football, Greg, 9-2. I mean,
Anyway,
I can go on.
no, it's not. Poor Jets. Beatings continue. They actually did not play a terrible game. Well, they did. They actually did not. And speaking of the cover, they were in good shape too. 12 and a half to spread. Most books close that. Bad snap when they had the ball. Of course, they lose by 13. Justin Fields, they're talking about maybe he may be replaced. Aaron Glenn said that he actually played okay in that game, a lot of rushing yards. They dropped a ton of passes.
Yeah, I mean, they went right
I know
down the
he's not been
field the
great.
first play of the game, so
Anyhow, so yeah, but the Jets stay and your Pats won.
anyway, on to Sunday's matchup. We begin in a place that the NFL has never ventured before, Greg.
Correct.
We are going to Madrid, Spain, where the Miami Dolphins are 2.5 point favorites over Washington. Obviously, Dolphins with a big win last week over the Bills. Do you think they're getting a little bit of love?
Muy bueno para la NFL. Pero el partido no es muy bueno. So, this game being in Madrid is good for the NFL.
I understood.
For the fans in Madrid, it's not a great game.
No.
So we'll start with Washington. Have to give them some love over there. Injuries are still the story. No Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. They've been absolutely horrendous the last week. They look like the worst team in football, quite frankly. The stinks. Been outscored 72-29 the last 2 weeks. That says it all. Miami, you alluded to much better of late. They've won 2 of the last 3. That was impressive win at Buffalo. They totally shut them down.
They helped my Pats. Thank you.
Okay, nobody cares. But seriously, the D has been significantly improved. They threw a great game in Atlanta 3 weeks ago. Baltimore put up some points, and to be expected. Another really good one. The offense has found a rhythm. Devin Achane, the running back, top 5 in the league. Tua and Waddle can still move the ball. They have looked a lot better. They have.
All right, give me Miami with the cover and the win. Their win streak continues for me.
Yeah, there is nothing I feel confident about laying points with Miami, but this is a bet against Washington. They've been that bad, especially defensively. I don't see where it comes from.
2.5, Greg.
I know. Give me Miami. Running of the Bulls, running of the Dolphins this time. There we go.
All right. Well, speaking of Buffalo there, Greg, we're going to head there next as the Bills look to rebound. 5.5 point favorites at home versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So something we need to consider in this game for all the shillings placers out there, weather may be a huge factor in this game. Passing game in particular, blustery conditions, they're talking wind gusts of up to over 35 miles an hour. So,
Eek.
So question now becomes, who does that affect more? Well, here's where we'll go with this. Tampa, coming off tough loss to your Pats, your aforementioned Pats. They've been banged up. That continues. Bucky Irving's still out. Chris Godwin's out. Still Mike Evans. They do rely on Baker in the passing game quite heavily. Buffalo, just talked about what Miami did. It was probably Josh Allen's worst game of the year. Didn't get much done. They are very strong at home, even though they didn't play well on the road last week. Beat KC a few weeks ago. Beat Baltimore early in the year. I don't want to forget all that. And quite frankly, I hate to give you more credit, but their only loss at home was to New England, who, in reality, that loss is looking better by the day because New England looks to be legit. So I would say if we are concerned about Buffalo with Allen out of the pocket with the run game is better in the run game than Tampa. Tampa has money usually as an underdog. That's what we'll leave you at.
I think the Bills definitely need to come back, big statement win for them, and I think they're going to do just that. Give me the Bills with the cover and the win.
Yeah, it seems a lot like when the Bills are playing well, it's route city, and I don't know if it's a route, but I think they win this. I don't think the conditions help Tampa. It's cold. They don't like the cold up there anyway. Give me Buffalo to cover and win.
All right, on to Pittsburgh, where Kev's Steelers are 5.5 point favorites at home versus the Cincinnati Bungles.
Yeah, Bungles it is. Although they're only a game out, which is crazy.
I know.
Game behind the Steelers. Big news, actually. Joe Burrow back in the building practicing.
What?
He will not be playing. Take it easy.
Come on.
Take it easy. He may play on Thanksgiving night. So
he's so thankful.
I will say on a serious note, that probably will provide an energy, when you see your team later back. But that being said, I mean, Jumpin' Joe's been no joke. So yeah. The 3 games he's played, they've scored 33, 38, and 42. That's as good as anyone in the league. Number one, quite frankly. Problem is 2 of those were losses. The defense is an absolute sieve. I mean, it's crazy you lost 2 of those games. And I'm checking updates here because it's that time of year. Everyone's banged up. Cincy also now is both their best edge rushers, Trey Hendrickson and Stewart, the rookie, they're both out. That's a problem. Pittsburgh. Speaking of D being a sieve, they've not been very good either this year. But I will say, 2 weeks ago, it's the Colts much better. Even though they lost to the Chargers, they weren't horrible. It was as much the Chargers shutting down the Pittsburgh offense. So, Chargers are a good team. I don't want to read too much of that. Rodgers, the offense, been good all year prior. They need the game desperately to stay in first place. That's where we're at.
Give me the Bengals to cover and the Steelers to win.
So I was going to go there because I do think the offense will put up points, but those losses for Cincinnati, like if there's no pass rush whatsoever, Rodgers, he sits back all day, which I think could happen now. I just see Pittsburgh getting a double-digit win here. Give me the Steelers cover win.
All right, to the home of the Super Bowl bound, maybe toilet bowl bound G-Men. Green Bay, they are 7.5 point favorites on the road at New York, Greg.
Speaking of toilet bowl, I think you should flush that mouth out of yours. How dare you say that about my GM? Anyhow, back to my G-Men. Severely banged up. Jackson Dart out with a concussion. Slayton, their de facto top receiver without Neighbors, he's out. Thibodeau on the defensive line's out. Their defense is like a medical ward right now.
Maybe we'll talk about who's actually playing.
I am. Take it easy. Mike Kafka, the new coach. Jameis Winston makes me very happy. He's going to make mistakes, but he's got a big arm. He makes big plays. He will be the quarterback, not Russell Wilson. Thank God I can watch the game. Green Bay, on the other hand, struggle city for them too. Tough loss versus Philly. Offense was shut down completely, and granted, Philly's a good D, but they've struggled lately. Lost to Carolina the week before. Nate Hobbs, lead cornerback, he's out. They've got injury issues on the offensive line as well. I would say their best method here is Josh Jacobs in the run game. The Giants have been porous as much of their D-line should be good. But Green Bay's not been great.
Neither have your G-Men. Obviously, my survivor pick was Green Bay. I'm going to go Green Bay all the way with cover in the win.
Yeah, I think the Giants are definitely getting thin personnel-wise. I don't think they are in any chance to win this, but I'll take it's not a good Giant fan. I don't feel confident enough about Green Bay to lay those points. Give me Green Bay touchdown win, Giants come.
All right, well, take me to Atlanta, where the Falcons are 3.5 point favorites at home versus the Carolina Panthers.
Just talked about Carolina. Big win over Green Bay. Thought they'd turn the corner over 500. What do? They go and lose to the Aints. Can't do that. You can't be taken seriously losing to New Orleans at home, no less. Positive note for them, strength is their running game. Big-time running game. They need to rely on it. Atlanta, heartbreaking losses left and right. Lost in OT in Berlin to the Colts. Destroyed on the ground by Jonathan Taylor. And I would say for Carolina, it's probably a good match for them because if Atlanta got destroyed on the ground by them, that's Carolina's strength. I don't mean to throw Raheem Morris under the bus here as a coach, but I don't really think he's done a good job, and they keep losing these type of games. And we were talking the other day, you wonder, maybe they would have been better off with Belichick, and I quite frankly think they would at this point, but that's what we're at.
Mm-hmm. Give me Carolina to cover, Atlanta to win. I think this is a field goal.
I'm definitely taking Carolina to cover. I'm with you. I don't feel confident enough in Carolina to get the job done. Give me Atlanta field goal win. I'm with you.
Okay. To Music City, where the hometown Titans 7.5 point underdogs at home versus Houston.
So Tennessee, we'll start with them. Music City, they've definitely been singing the blues down there. 1-8, worst point differential in the league. Want to hear any good news about them?
Is there?
Monica Muff played decent against the Chargers a couple weeks ago. We'll say that. We're in the game, lost by only a touchdown. Do think this is a factor. They're rested off the bye, and more importantly, since Mike McCoy, the new coach, took over, the new head coach, this actually gives him time to install some of the things he might want to change. Oh. So it actually does give them more of a chance, I think, from that perspective. So I do think that is a factor. Houston, scintillating comeback win versus Jacksonville last week. Thought they were dead in the water, down 19 in the fourth. Davis Mills with Stroud out, rallied him back. Great win. Mills is QB again. Stroud is still out. They do have the number one ranked defense, which you would think that will cause a problem for Cam Ward and a loathing Tennessee offense.
Give me Houston with the cover and the win.
Not crazy. I'm going to take the 7.5 just because I don't know how much I trust Houston's offense.
And
this is not a super confident pick. I think this is a teaser money line for Houston, but give me Tennessee to cover. Why not?
All right, to Minnesota, where the Vikings are 3-point favorites at home over the Bears.
The Bears. Yeah, Ryan was happy. I think, well, it was close against the G-Men, but anyway. Rematch from week one, which was a great game. Bears blew a big lead in that game. J.J. McCarthy, that was his debut. Huge fourth quarter comeback. Bears did themselves no favor in that. I remember they missed field goals, bad penalties, killed drives. They should have put that game away early. They let the Vikings stay around. And the Vikings won their 8th time in 9 tries against Chicago. They've had their number. Impressive win a few weeks back versus Detroit on the road. Mistake prone last week against Baltimore, who we know is very good. JJ threw a couple picks, 3 turnovers. They're going to need to avoid that. Should be a good game.
Give me the Bears to get their revenge, cover win.
It's a tough one. I'm kind of with you. I tell you what, the Bears weren't great last week. Little bit of resilience. I do fear Jefferson might tear them up in the secondary, but I'm with you. Give me the Bears. I think they're 2 close teams. Give me the Bears. The Bears.
All right, to Jacksonville we go, where the Jaguars are 3-point dogs at home versus the Chargers.
So for me, this is one of the more perplexing games of the day. So I'll start with the Chargers. Dominant win last week versus Pittsburgh. Great effort. D was outstanding. We know they're talented. Herbert solid as usual. He plays great in prime time. The O-line issues are still there. They're missing both their tackles, Slater and all. There's a reason they lost to the G-Men. I mean, we know they're Super Bowl bound, but that was a problem. Jacksonville, tough team to get a read on. Blew a 3-score lead versus Houston. Barely beat the Raiders. ATN in the run game, been solid. Passing game erratic. They're injured as heck, too. Thomas is questionable. The best receiver, Strange, a tight end. They're pretty banged up themselves. So this is a tough one to get a read on.
I don't think it's going to be that tough. Give me the Chargers with a cover and the win.
I don't know if I trust the lack of tackles. I'm admitting, don't trust me on this one. I'm going to take the points and Chargers win, but no confidence whatsoever in this game. Chargers win, Jacksonville covers.
All right, to the late afternoon block beginning in LA, where the Rams are 3.5-point favorites over Seattle.
So it's one of the games of the day, in my opinion. We know how talented the Rams are. That's no surprise. I think everyone's sleeping on the Seabags.
Yeah.
Road Warriors. Warriors. Remember that movie?
No.
Jeez. Oh, anyway, don't let the Irish Bruiser know that. But anyway, Seattle, 11 straight road wins, which that's impressive no matter what era, what decade. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's a leading receiver in the league by literally almost 200 yards. He's the real deal. 2 good running backs. Sam Darnold's playing well. D is severely underrated. They're a very good team, and I think people are going to start to figure it out soon. Rams, playing like a title favorite. Matthew Stafford is atop the MVP charts right now. You have him, Nakua, and Adams. That's That's probably the most lethal passing combination in the entire league. They're legit. D is young and talented everywhere. These are two very, very, very good teams.
Ooh,
yeah.
This is going to be a good game.
I think it's going to be entertaining as heck, too.
Give me Seattle to cover and Rams to win.
I'm going to go exactly with you. That 3.5, give me a Ram 3-point win. I'm exactly with you there.
All right, to the desert in Arizona, where the Cardinals are 3-point underdogs at home versus the San Francisco 49ers.
So we'll start with Arizona. Jacoby Brissett still QB for the foreseeable future. Kyler Murray's on IR. Bad news for them. Marvin Harrison, appendicitis. He's now out. They got thumped by the Seahawks last week. They've been good. Brissett's been good prior. Will Johnson, young cornerback. That's a problem. He's now out as well. San Fran, speaking of the game before, they got thumped by the aforementioned Rams, speaking of. But good news for them. Brock Purdy will be back. Ricky Pearsall, first-round pick, couple years, speed receiver. He's back. Probably the best injury news they've had all year. That's what we're looking at with this.
All right, well, give me San Fran with a cover in the win then.
Think that's a pretty good synopsis. I'm with you. Give me San Fran.
All right, let's go to the dog pound where Baltimore heads to Cleveland as 7.5-point favorites over the Browns.
So, first glance, this would obviously sound like a total mismatch, and it might be. I'll give you Cleveland first. Coming off a loss to the woeful Jets. Gave up 2 special teams touchdowns. Unacceptable. Dylan Gabriel, a passing game, not been great. D is still talented. Myles Garrett can wreck a game by himself. He's capable of doing so. Baltimore, surging. 3-game win streak. They're back in the mix. Game out. We know Lamar, excuse me. Defense is rested after the bye. They look like a completely different unit. What we thought we'd see before the year. That's where we're at.
Give me the Ravens to cover and win.
I'm going to go the Brownies to cover here. They especially at home, they play teams well. That defense will make some plays, I think. Give me the Brownies to cover. Baltimore wins.
All right, let's go fly high in the Mile High City where the Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites on the road versus Denver.
So, start with KC. Tough loss to Buffalo on the road last week. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
I think it was a perfect time for the bye to follow. They've been trying and getting healthier. Their offensive skill position guys. Interesting stat about this, Andy Reid, 22-4 coming off the bye. If you haven't figured this out yet, he knows how to coach. Chiefs are 5-4. Tough to see them fall in the 500. Mahomes only one loss to Denver's career. Denver 8-2 atop the AFC West. 7 straight wins undefeated at home. Buyer beware here. Barely beat the Raiders. Barely beat the Jets. And literally took a miracle to beat the Giants. Who are not the best team. They haven't faced the best competition. They were a little banged up. Surtain's out. Leading tackler, linebacker's out. Dobbins is out. The running back. Anyway.
I want to take Denver all the way here. I'm not going to. I'm going to take Denver to cover, Chiefs to win.
Yeah, Denver, this is a tough game for me. I'm taking KC to win. I know that. I think I'm buying this to 2.5, and I'm just going to take KC straight. I don't like the Denver injuries, and I think KC off that bye is, I don't love the 3.5, but I'm going KC.
Okay. Big time matchup on Sunday night in the city of brotherly love. Philly 2.5-point favorites at home versus the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, this is
going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one Sunday night, no doubt about it. Plenty of implications come playoff time atop the NFC. Detroit's in a war for the division. Philly's pretty much got the NFC East, but home field is a big deal. Detroit, start with them. Dominant on the road against Washington last week. We know about all their weapons. Jahmyr Gibbs looks like he's taking his game to a new level. Hutchinson, game record, the end. Bad news for them. Injuries have crept up, and literally just Sam Laporta, the tight end, he's now going to be out. Terry and Arnold, Kirby Joseph in the secondary. It could be an issue. They're both questionable. Philly, talked about Green Bay. D was excellent. Offense, not so much. A.J. Brown has been mailing off. He did it publicly again. Wasn't as much cutting on Hurts, and he was just saying we need. He's not wrong. They need to be better. The passing game should be a lot better than not. Sirianni, the coach, got lucky once again. A horrendous decision in that game to go for the 4th down. He got lucky. He's been getting away with it because he's so talented. The team's so talented, but should be a really good game.
I keep going back and forth. This is a coin toss for me, truly. I'm just going to pick against the Eagles. I don't like the Eagles, so I'm just going to go Detroit Lions cover win.
I tell you what, the Laporta. I was definitely going Detroit. The Laporta in particular, that's what
had me questioning it. But
I'm with you. They've been good. Campbell's been good in these primetime games, us playoffs. But I'm with you. I haven't liked what I've seen out of Philly's offense. Give me Detroit. Nice win on the road. It'll make us happy.
All right, and wrapping it up with the Monday night finale in Sin City, where the Cowboys roll in as 3.5-point favorites on the road versus the Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders. There you go, Disco. Okay, Dallas. Same thing I've said all year. Offense super talented. D stinks. Giving up 30 a game. They lost Arizona. Turnovers, that's a problem. Their offense doesn't click at every level. They're going to lose. A sad note, and I don't mean to bring something up, but we have to. One of their players, fortunately, took his own life this week. Yeah, pretty terrible. They're on the bye. The only reason I bring that up is obviously it's sad, and you do honestly question how does that play in the locker room. I mean, I'm going to think there's part inspiration, but the focus
they rally for their fallen teammate, and
and I say this, apologetically. I'm not like that's it's just it's heartbreaking. He's out. So I had to bring that because it is a factor. I mean, it plays into what they do. Vegas played reasonably well last 2 weeks. Close loss to Jacksonville and Denver. Gino on the offense struggled all year, but Brock Bowers is back. Ashton Genty, the rookie, should have a lot of running room against Dallas, but they did bring Quentin Williams over from the Jets, who they brought him in to stop that type of stuff. So, like I said, I had to bring that up, though, because what does that factor do here?
Yeah, give me the Raiders to cover and Dallas to win.
I'm going to go on the side of I think Dallas goes and gets a big win for their fallen team, and I actually do. As much as I hate the Cowboys, I can't say I'm rooting for the win, but the human in me, I think it would be kind of cool for them to go out and get that win. So,
you know what I think would be cool?
Yeah.
If you actually remembered the paper bag. I mean, really,
my gosh. I don't know.
One job.
I don't know. Oh my God, that's such a lie.
I mean, you write the whole script, but I mean, literally, like one job. Why don't you go get it?
I don't know what it is.
Do you even know who the paper bag is?
Yes, I definitely know who the paper bag is. Let's do a virtual. Okay.
Okay.
The Toothless Panthers. The bagless Greg. I don't know what it is lately. I'm just forgetting it. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. Concussion, CTE. I've had one. Anyway, the Toothless Panthers lost at home to the dreadful New Orleans Saints. Cost many players out there their survivor pools, which one of ours, by the way. We're still alive. It's the multiple loss one anyway. But serious note, outgained 388 to 175 to a rookie QB. Get the Shuck out of here because Tyler Shuck tore him up. Bryce Young, under 200 yards passing, 8th time in 9 starts. Brutal. Carolina, you got to be better. I got to be better. Carolina bag over the head. And that's where we're at. Tabernacle.
You're not even in the bag. I mean, there's really.
I can go take a minute and go find it, but.
No, I mean.
Yeah, I get the bag again. That's 2 for me as well. All right.
Yeah, seriously.
2 bags, me and Carolina.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up because Greg and I are going to have a little chat about memory and,
Hey, Jen, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be good. Oh, wait. It's Julie.
All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoy your Sunday football. Curl up on that couch. It's going to be kind of stinky weather, so it's a great football day. So enjoy.
And as Julie said, thank you. I will do my best to remember the bag. I don't know what it is lately. It's become a problem here. I fumbled. I'm like the Jets and the G-Men. It's the G-Men. They've gotten to me. The losses have gotten to me. Anyhow, enjoy your Sunday. Happy football.
Bye.